Hello and welcome to another edition of the Black Business Experience. I'm Robert Felder here at BVN. You may have noticed that I have a guest. I'm here with Christopher Herring. He is the chairman of the Texas Association of African American Chambers of Commerce. And that was a mouthful.
You got that good though.
But for short, it is referred to as TAC, which I will be doing during the rest of this segment. But just so we can make things a lot easier for our audience to understand, tell us a little bit about TAC.
Yeah, TAC is an organization that spans across the state. We have over 200,000 black businesses in our state. We oversee 23 local chambers of commerce, and our goal is to provide advocacy, research, and training to enable our black businesses to do better in the marketplace.
Which we are all about here, which is one of the, when you mentioned research, one of the really interesting statistics that you brought up is that the African American population in Texas will lead our state to be the leading state for African Americans?
In the nation. That's exactly right. When we look at our next census, don't be surprised. We're going to be the blackest state in the nation. Not only that, we're also going to lead with the largest number of black-owned businesses. And so the importance of TAC is for our president, Charles O'Neill, who's based out of Dallas. But Charles is going to take the message of how do we prepare Texas, how do we prepare our current businesses to be more successful as we transition into this period of time where, you know, we are going to be a major economic development conversation story in our nation.
Right here in the state of Texas.
Right here in the state of Texas.
Now, going forward, preparing those businesses that are already here, what is a benefit to joining TAC? What benefits can our audience of business owners take away from joining TAC? Why should they get involved?
Well, you know, I recently sat down with 26 state agencies in Texas, and we've had the discussion about the utilization of our black businesses. I'm a volunteer. I go up to Austin, I have these conversations to represent our businesses. And what I find is that, you know, they want to do more. And TAC is going to be that conduit to ensuring that we can do more. But the business community, if they're not in the game, you can't win, you know. So,
that's absolutely right.
So we want to get our business owners who want to do business across the state to be in the game by simply joining TAC. And we'll give you the very best with the advocacy, the training, and the research that their membership will provide.
It also sounds like that expands your reach. So I just don't have to be a local business. I can expand and have a resource there to help.
That's correct.
Now, Chris, you're not new to this.
No.
When we met, I don't want to say how many years ago, you were president of the Alamo City Black Chamber. So you're not new to fighting for black business.
No. I find it to be one of the things that I have a great passion of doing.
Okay.
As the chamber president, you know, we were able to expand and increase the opportunities for black construction companies, raising the threshold and the opportunity to be selected in our city up to $10 million. And we recently, because I still contribute with the city and I chair a couple of the boards, but we actually saw some of those companies that were members of the Alamo City Chamber be awarded contracts that we fought so hard for. You know, it's always going to be, you know, how do we best tell the story of our community that enables our business owners to be selected and to be utilized to grow their companies and grow their families and their community. And that's what it's all about.
You know, you say something very interesting. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but you had mentioned about families. And since you had come on to TAC, you were talking about some of your future programs.
Right.
I have a daughter.
Yeah.
We were talking about programs for kids getting involved in business. Tell us a little bit about those future endeavors that you're planning.
Well, you know, as I looked at the Ferguson situation, we looked at it from the police response to our community. But I also look at it from the standpoint that our community has been neglected in terms of our economic development and our businesses, and really creating the opportunity for our kids to be able to see themselves as being business owners. You know, a great fact about chambers of commerce is that they promote the entrepreneurial spirit. But with that, we also have to have financial literacy and business literacy that will enable us to make the right decisions. And so TAC, and my goal for TAC, is to inspire young kids to be able to see themselves as being the future CEOs, the future entrepreneurs, that will actually grow successful businesses, create jobs in communities, and enable their communities to feel proud about who they are and what they are. We don't have to always aspire to be NBA basketball players and
right.
in the top 1% of the wealth structure in America. That's not the goal. The goal is to create some value, some self-worth, some dignity that will enable us to get back into doing the basics of managing and running our own communities.
That is awesome, and I look forward to hearing more about that. Now, for our business, our audience that's looking at us now, how can they get more information or get in contact with TAC?
Yeah, so we have an email, info@tac.org, and that's TAA, 3 A's, 2 C's.org. Very simple. They can send an email, we can connect back with them, and we can help them to see how they can actually participate. We have meetings all across our state, which is exciting to meet so many different people who are in business. My job is really to provide the overall governance and framework for our president, Charles O'Neill, to be very effective in reaching the masses, because we do have a story to tell in Texas. Our story is going to be the headlines for the nation, and I just hope that our black businesses see the value of the membership, because they need to grow. We looked at the headline in the Dallas Morning News, racial wealth gap growing. Our community is not doing better, we're doing worse. So there is a sense of urgency, and the solution is we have to be able to grow black businesses that are strong, that are committed to our kids and our future, and growing a better and stronger America.
That is, I think that's the best way to end it. One more time, if you don't mind sharing that email address so that they will know how to get in contact with you for more information.
Yeah, info@tac.org.
info@tac.org. Chris, thanks again for sharing with us.
Appreciate
and we want to support you in your endeavors to continue to fight for African American businesses. As always, this is Robert Felder here at the Black Video News. If you have any information for me, you can reach me at info@blackvideonews.com. Once again, this has been the Black Business Experience. I'm Robert Felder.